Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Rayge, and we are back today with a quick update video here with respect to the change that they've announced a week ago with respect to how farmability is going to be impacting Marvel Strikeforce. So, haven't had a chance to make this, so that's why some opportunity on the weekend here to release this and talk about it, because I have been getting quite a few questions about my antimatter as well as how I'm actually using it right now, especially given now that Chapter 2 is coming to a close here, and then obviously turning over to Chapter 3. So, this all started a week ago with Daimon Hellstrom. As you can see here, they talk about his chapter store availability, right? So again, apologies for the delay, guys, just because I haven't had a chance to address this. But essentially what was going on was that in the past, when a character was added into Marvel Strikeforce, via offers or via red stars, typically it was like 2 weeks or even faster that the character would get added. So you could see them literally in the next week, if the next week or so, if the character was already added in terms of offers and power cores, and it was actually really, really refreshing. But now it does look like going forward there is going to be a significant change here, which is you'll be seeing them at least 21 days from release. So this is a direct update with respect to Daimon. I do think Daimon's obviously one of the more powerful members of Brimstone. He has a lot of plug and play value, a lot of versatility, so that could be a reason why they wanted to delay his release, so that way it puts pressure and FOMO into folks to spend more, to use the resources more. Personally, for myself, I haven't used a single power core orb yet either, so I'm patiently waiting for his addition into the store, right? But what was it? I think his release actually came into the game, it was like the first week of October, so I think it was like the 2nd or the 3rd. So when you math it out with 21 days, right, that basically puts you essentially in the last week of October, being the 23rd or the 24th, right before the final week with everything going on with the Undying and obviously Zombie Kestrel release. But yeah, that's kind of the reality we're facing now, guys. Because we have a limited time left in the antimatter store, which I think they have fully planned for that way. They're planning to put Daimon, like I said, on the 23rd or the 24th. Shortly afterwards, Living Mummy was just the following week. So that means I don't even think Living Mummy is going to be... He might just get added into the store a day or two before Chapter 2 even ends, which kind of puts a wrinkle in our plans, because it's going to kind of set the tone going forward of how these character additions are provided. They probably saw that, and honestly, I kind of felt this too, but they kind of saw how much more shards we are getting of these characters, right? Like I was I was unlocking these characters a week or two after they got initially added into the game, and I didn't use any power cores because, my goodness, I was just sitting on 1.5, 1.6 million of antimatter. So yeah, just speaking from experience, guys, it is a significant nerf, unfortunately. By adding that extra week or two, delaying the release, it does put pressure on folks to use the resources, but that's not gonna stop me, right? My game plan still is, like, once Daimon gets added, I think mathematically we should still be able to use our antimatter to get Daimon's unlock and release before the end of the month. Obviously, it's going to be a little slower because we have Battle World 2. We can start building Brimstone and so forth for other things. But end of the day, if there's an opportunity to save power cores, knowing that there's all these back-to-back leaderboards with Isolate Purple and 4 and 5, that's kind of what I'm doing right now. It is unfortunate they took a step back here, but in all fairness, I think they made a mistake. Like we've actually never seen characters being quote-unquote farmable this soon, this quickly. So I already had it in the back of my mind that there was probably going to be some changes. It was quite sporadic and quite quick of how speedy we're getting characters, right? And especially since they've limited the free-to-play events now, only select characters seem to be included in events and strike passes and so forth. Even like this recent week, finally getting Hellfire Club shards in the strike pass, right? As opposed to past times where there might be a standalone free-to-play event. So, like, that's what I mean. It is unfortunate. It's a step back in the wrong direction in terms of just farmability, but I feel like they probably identified that this was just becoming too good of a story for especially those free-to-play that don't need to spend money like myself. Getting access to 4 or 5-star characters, not even 2 weeks later was pretty bonkers in my eyes, right? Like, for example, all of my Insidious, all of my Hellfire are 5 stars, and I didn't spend a single power core on any of them because I just hoarded my antimatter. So that's still going to be the plan going forward for Chapter 3, guys, but this extra week or two does delay things, right? So just something to be mindful of going forward in the future. For those of you that want to build up Living Mummy, just be patient. I think with how close his actual addition into the antimatter store is, or maybe he doesn't even get added given how close it is, right? I feel like anyways, there's probably going to be some sort of standalone free-to-play event for him. Or heck, maybe even Hellcat as well. But we'll see, guys. We'll see. In the meantime, that's my 2 cents, guys, in terms of just what to expect right now. Hopefully, they dial this back. Maybe they shift it back to 2 weeks, or maybe between that 2 to 3 week period. I'm not sure, but end of the day, that doesn't change my game plan. For those of you wondering about my antimatter, though, I'm going to use as much as I can for Daimon. But I think the reserve, the rest of it, it's probably just going to go to... it's probably just going to go to the rest of the characters I want to bring up, right? Like, I was able to maximize my Fantastic Four. I was able to push up my Insidious and my Hellfire. So that's probably where it's going to continue to go. In addition to if there's Gear Tier 20 opportunities where maybe I'm lacking that specific trait, that's kind of my game plan there, guys. So, yeah, make sure you spend all the resources. Remember, it does expire by the end of the month, so we still have a bit of time. But just wanted to bring this and circulate this to you guys and talk about this because obviously it's an important topic and it's going to shape, you know, how the release is going forward into the game will be, right, for sure. Do let me know down in the comments below. How do you guys feel about it? Are you a fan? Are you not a fan? Do you feel like this is fair? Do you feel like this was the right decision? Let me know down. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you.